you go to places and you don't really feel welcome back then, because there were a lot of horror stories, a lot of that. One of the phrases that was very common in the old states, like the baby killers, because uh, the enemy one way used that propaganda. They would film or take pictures of families that got killed on crossfire, or actually it happened to me. We went to this village and we got fired or ambushed, you might call it that way. And when it was over, when we went to the village, there were young guys and girls like 12, 14 years old, but actually they have a weapon in their hands. And you go inside that small hush, and there was nobody else but them. The guy was 12 years, 14, and they call it babies, but there was nobody else but him holding the weapon. He was actually firing at you. Because what you do, you're trained to return fire. You don't check who's holding that weapon. You just return fire. That's it. And people don't understand it. It's hard to understand civilians. That again, that's what I said. It's hard to mend ways with the civilian life, because hey, I was there. You don't know how I was. So keep your mouth shut. And it actually got me into a lot of problems. So I told myself, no, I'm going to end up in prison. I don't want to end up in jail because I knocked this guy's teeth out. And I work. I never mentioned it that I was in Vietnam. They didn't even know until 20 years later when I retired. Again, because I heard people saying blah blah blah, this, and they don't believe your story, so why tell them? And they don't know how it is, so I just kept to myself.